This is a great honor for every fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm honored to be in the NFL.
What can I say? Mamba out.
All right. What is up, everyone? Welcome to your Tuesday edition of the afternoon show. It is Tuesday, March the 18th, 2:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And y'all know what time it is. It's time for us to talk about all of the latest and greatest happenings in the sports and entertainment world that has been transpiring, been going on in the last handful of hours. Joining me, we got a full cast and crew today. We got to, what is my right on the screen, but I guess left in the camera. It's going to be Jay McLovin with the 2010s Astros hat on. What's going on, Jay?
That's right, man. Frank was making fun of my hair, so I brought the retro hat back. Let's do the damn thing.
We'll get to Frankie in a second. We'll save him for the main event since he's up top. We got Tony and Chris Gonzales, guys. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Yeah, doing good. Had a long weekend, but actually starting to recover a little bit from the weekend and enjoy the week. And it's actually a nice day out today. The weather's nice, so hey, going pretty good.
Yep, and we'll get into more about how y'all's weekends was in just a second. You guys can give a more detailed version of that. And Frankie, Lake Show today. He's got the Lakers banner. Frankie, what's going on, man?
I'm doing good, like Chris and Tony, man. It's a good day over here on the northeast coast. Just having a good time. Jay over there with the John Cena haircut, not slicking it back though, trying to slick it to the side. So I had to give him some. I love you, Jay. You my dog, man. You my boy, Jay. You my boy, Blue.
Hey, listen, man. You're my second favorite Puerto Rican, my number one favorite mom. So
yeah, I think.
By the way, that's a compliment. That's not meant as a disrespectful thing.
I think you should reconnect your modem.
What? Me and your mom, we got a good friendship. We're both about the same age. Hey, we're about the same age. Me and your mom, we're good friends.
So is your internet connection.
Your dad. You don't know that.
Well, before we get into
my internet connection is horrible.
Yeah, it's rough right now. I don't know if you need to come back in or what, but it's a little delayed. But before we get into our topics here today, you guys, if you enjoy this episode, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. We go live each and every day, Monday through Friday, 2 o'clock Eastern, on our Facebook, YouTube channel, Twitch account, anywhere else on the social media platforms. You can also check out the rest of our channels, the rest of our shows on our network, thanks to our link tree in the description, which you can check out. Just tap on it, scroll through any of the social medias, and you'll see all of the tremendous content. And talking about some great content, Tony, Chris, the floor is yours. You guys had a very busy, Thursday, really kind of going into Sunday. Very busy weekend, guys. Just go ahead and go into detail about where you were and what all happened.
Okay, we was at the Indiana Comic Convention with WCWO Wrestling. Total, we done 12 shows from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We went down Thursday to get everything set up. What was it, 70 matches throughout the 12 shows. What would you say, 350, about 300 people, 350 people in that room, and then people standing outside trying to look through the doors. It was standing room only for every show, except maybe the first show, but it was real close to being standing room for. And I'm talking about that was at noon on a Friday, and at Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning it was just packed. I mean, it was awesome. Saw a lot of great matches. You got anything there?
I got a feeling if people watch those shows back here in the next few months, several of those wrestlers you're going to be seeing on TV.
On TV here pretty soon.
I can't go into details, but I got a feeling. I got more than a feeling, but I think you're going to see some of those people on TV.
Anyone stand out that you immediately can think of? Name names maybe if you don't want to.
He can't, Logan. He just said he can't.
I can name some names because we named some names last night of guys that stood out to us over the weekend. One is War Ready Maliko.
Yeah,
he's quickly becoming one of the best guys around. Also, guy that's more of a rookie named Cameron Cross, the Water Boy.
Yep.
He stepped up and had a big match against the guy named Dex Royal, who has had a tryout with WWE
A few years ago.
a couple years ago. Juan Sanchez had a great match against Logan Myers to co-main event on Sunday. And Juan's a rookie. Actually made his debut as a ref last year at Comic-Con, and this year was wrestled for the Outlaw Championship on a Sunday evening of the Comic-Con. So, I mean, just in a year, the leap he's made. And we got PopCon in June, and then it looks like we might be going to Georgia in July for the Comic-Con in Georgia with WCW wrestling. So, looks like we're going to have a couple big things coming up in the next couple months.
So what part is that going to be in Atlanta?
I think
so.
All right. Well, guys, if y'all are down here, hit me up and we'll go and I'll show you guys the town and we'll have a good time.
I just don't think we.
But remember, when Logan takes you in the town, you can only go into places that are under 21 because Logan's not that old. So you
26.
Remember, he a baby, so you got to go. You might got to get into Legoland. I think Legoland is a good spot.
Yeah. I think Jay's head is scrambled like some eggs, like his internet connection right now.
Yes, let's go, Logan.
And man, I'll tell you what, some of the people at them Comic-Cons, the time and the money and the effort they put into them costumes it's pretty amazing. Some of the costumes you see are just crazy.
Yeah, it's I haven't been to one, but I've seen just kind of people go to it, and man, they put a lot of work into it. So just real quick question here, because me and Frankie had a reaction. When you say the water boy, are you talking like a guy who is serving drinks on the sidelines, or is he like the Adam Sandler movie type of water boy?
Well, we actually have a fan who goes by the name of Bobby Boucher. He's a fan who comes to the shows.
And he wears a Bobby Boucher jersey at every show.
Every show, and they call him the water boy. But this water boy is supposed to be from the beaches of California, kind of like a surfer gimmick.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so the Mud Dogs, they are going to win the Bourbon Bowl, but they're also going to be in attendance for GSW podcast and other shows. All right,
I love Indy. I really do.
Oh, it's so fun.
Don't you just like you hear it from like Chris and Tony saying the names, and then Tony's just like, yeah, that's his name. He also bails from the beaches of Los Angeles. Like, he's just like awesome. He's got a tent on the beaches.
It says the beaches from California, but he's the whitest dude you ever seen in your life. So it should say from the beaches of the Geist Reservoir, because we don't have no beaches in Indiana. That's what it should say, since he needs a tan. But that's
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Like Lake Michigan, here comes the water boy.
Sometimes you tan, sometimes you burn.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into our first topic today, guys. It's March, which means it's March Madness. Selection Sunday already came and passed. We know who all is going to be in there, but we are now going to talk about the first four. Two of those games are going to be played later on tonight. First one here, we're just going to do a very quick preview about who we think will win. And also, there's two more games taking place tomorrow that we'll talk about on tomorrow's show. But two games tonight is going to be the number 16 seeds, Alabama State, taking on St. Francis. That's going to be at 6:40 Eastern tonight on True TV. Then at 9:10 Eastern, you're going to have San Diego State, the Aztecs, taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. It's weird seeing North Carolina in this kind of position after we know, their kind of reign of basketball dominance throughout the decades, honestly. So kind of strange to see them here still. So, guys, we're going to do a real quick. Who do you think is going to win these two games and move on? We'll start off with, we'll go with Jay first. Who do you think is going to win these two games? Jay, we'll go with the Alabama State St. Francis game first.
Yeah. Alabama State is favored in this one, heavily actually favored. But I do think the Red Flash are going to take it in San Diego. They're 15-6 against the SWAC, 4-9 against non-conference. But I really feel like this is going to be their year, and I think this is going to be my upset right here. Early upset, right? It's going to be I think it's SFU. I just know they're the Red Flash. What's the actual name of that school? St. Francis. Thank you.
St. Francis Red Flash.
St. Francis takes it, so I'm going to go with St. Francis on the upset.
All right, getting the win over the Hornets. Also, just of note, St. Francis has a record of 16-17 on the year, while Alabama State is 19-15. We'll go with our next panelist. We'll go Frankie Lake Show. Frankie, who you got winning this ball game?
What?
Who do you got winning this game?
I'm on cloud 10. I got St. Francis winning. Honestly, I got St. Francis. I don't know. Honestly, I really don't care who wins between those two. I'm just going with St. Francis because of Coach Carter. Richmond couldn't get it done, so I think South Alabama, whatever, can't get it done. St. Francis, boy, Crane. I don't know. I forgot the other game.
We'll get to that in a second.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm going with St. Francis though. Let's go, Kane. Rich,
Tony,
what?
Tony, Chris, you gonna rock with the Red Flash? Or you go with Hornets?
I'm gonna go the Hornets just to be different. I don't know much about either team. I'll be honest with you. So I'm gonna go with the favorites. I'm gonna go with the Hornets.
Not really being different because we both just told St. Francis, so you might be going with the same of us. Unless you're gonna go to Alabama, then you'd be different.
What are you gonna go with, Chris?
Alabama.
You went with Alabama.
What the hell you?
Oh, that's right. The Hornets. My bad. See, I didn't know the damn name. Right.
And it starts at the 11:30 minute mark.
Biden.
Tony and Chris come back, and Jay turns it to Jay Biden.
Apologies.
There we go.
Oh Lord.
Jay Biden alert.
My bad, Tony.
So, Chris, what are your predictions?
I really don't know a whole lot about either team.
We don't know the damn mascot.
But, I'm gonna go with Alabama State.
All right.
They're 3.5-point favorites, but what I like the under the 138.5 the most in this game.
All right, good to hear. All right, let's go on with the other matchup tonight. San Diego State taking on North Carolina. This one obviously is going to be more intrigue because more well-known teams. So we'll just go in reverse order here. Tony and Chris, you guys are up first.
Well, I'm gonna go with what I want to happen. I don't even know the spread or anything, but I'm gonna go with San Diego State. I want North Carolina to lose because they should have never been in the damn tournament.
Damn, that's some indie hate right there. Damn.
I agree. North Carolina shouldn't be in the tournament, but I do think they're going to win this game tonight. They're 4.5-point favorites. I just don't think San Diego State's going to be able to score enough points in this game. And San Diego State really don't have a big guy down low, so I think North Carolina will win tonight. Even though I agree with him, they shouldn't have even been in the tournament. And
real quick, not that I thought IU should have been. I thought West Virginia should have been in before IU. That's just my opinion.
Well, it is almost heaven, West Virginia. And they'll be looking at those Blue Ridge Mountains for more time to come because they're not in the tournament.
Man. Oh, my God.
All right, hey, Frankie Cloud 10. Who do you got winning this one, brother?
Listen, the hell with North Carolina, right? The hell with that. I mean, I like an underdog team. I really do. I like underdog team. I like, the storyline and stuff like that. I'm going to go with San Diego just for one reason. They don't have nothing in San Diego. This is the only thing they can be, happy for. Let the fans be happy. San Diego, turn up today. You don't got nothing. You don't got a baseball team. You don't got a football team. You got the San Diego Sharks. Congratulations. You don't have nothing over there no more.
What do you mean? They got the Padres.
I understand. No, I understand they got the Padres, but literally, come on. Are we really looking at the San Diego Padres? They go to the playoffs and do what? They got Manny Machado and Tatis Jr. and they don't do nothing over there. Come on.
Okay. All right. Understood. Jay McLovin, who's winning this one?
Oh my God, his camera's as blurry as his head. But Jay, are you there? Can you hear us?
Texas internet is really just that hamster's working hard overtime.
Yeah, I really want to go for San Diego State, but
look at the delay.
Jay, with how blurry your camera is, you look like Chewbacca.
Yeah, I might have to come back in, but I will just give my quick prediction. I do think I'd like to see San Diego State win it, but
yeah, all right. We'll bring Jay back here. No, it's not the actual camera itself. That's not no.
I can't do this today.
So
it's your internet, dude.
It's the internet. It's not the actual camera.
He runs the camera like
Can you see this? Okay. Give me a clear.
No, the fingertips are a little blurry.
There we go. We'll leave this up till Jay figures it out.
This is the first time that I've ever.
He
Like,
reached up and wiped the camera off.
I'm like legit in tears right now on
Oh.
ESPN. This is the first time ever on Laughter. Like, oh my god!
Hey, big shout out, Joe. You saw history there. And also, it worked because his camera's a lot better. So I guess it worked. Jay, real quick, so we can move on. Who's winning this game?
Give it a minute.
Your mama.
It's the most sixth grade response ever heard.
No. Okay, if we're being serious, I'm gonna stick with the underdogs on this one, and I'm gonna still stick with San Diego State.
All right, good to hear.
Hey, Chris is crying over there. You okay,
I am
Chris? You need to take a minute. Let's get back to focus. Come on, guys.
Yeah, maybe just this first topic's cursed. I'll go my picks and we'll get the hell out of here. I'll go with the Red Flashes and I'll go Tar Heels. Okay, good to hear. Up next.
Oh god.
Ooh. Okay. Keeping it basketball. Talking basketball. Yes, there's a next. We just started. And also, Joe actually said, what a great win last night by the Rockets against the 76ers. And Joe, actually, that's going to work out well because we are talking about those 76ers, not about the win last night. That's whatever. But we're talking about PG-13, Podcast P, Paul George, done for the year. He's cooked. He's done for. And this is just one more nail in that proverbial coffin out there in Philly for the season. We'll go with Frankie. I'll let you get the first crack at it. Are you surprised by this, or you kind of just wait for this to happen?
No, I'm not surprised at all, honestly. And Joe, it's gonna take Jay about 5 minutes to get your response and stuff like that. So just be patient with Jay, and he'll get back to you at some point. But I'm not surprised by this, right? I mean, let's be real here. The man has started the season off with the 76ers signing a crazy deal. Then he's like playing basketball but doing podcasting. He waits until July or January to February to decide, listen, I'm going to step away from podcasting and focus on basketball, when you should have been focusing on basketball at the very start, knowing that Joel Embiid was not going to be around. You thought it was going to happen. It didn't happen. And now all of a sudden, come the time where, you know, you guys are almost on the brink of elimination, you want to go out and say, listen, I'm done for the year. I think this is honestly not a true injury-related thing. I just feel like they're just going to put him down because they don't want, or he doesn't want everything to fall on him right now on his first year in the 76ers. So I feel like, you know, I'm Paul George. I can't play. I'm out for the year. You can't blame me. Blame it on other people. Blame it on Joel Embiid for not being here since the start. You know, blame it on the head coach or anything like that. Listen, Paul George, I think, honestly, to me, we have not seen Paul George since his Indiana Pacers days. And I feel like he needs to be done with this league. The 76ers were out of their mind giving this man a big contract. They were out of their mind. I'm grateful that the Lakers didn't. I'm grateful you went to my redhead stepchildren over there. Thank God you didn't come in the purple and gold.
Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise, right, Frankie? All right, moving on. All right, let's go with Jay. Jay, if you're there, hopefully you are. 76ers and Paul George, he's done for the season. What do you think?
Yeah, well, he had injections, and the injections, I guess, weren't working. So now they went ahead and put him, I guess, on the shelf. I mean, that's pretty much where all of the 76ers are. I know Tyrese Max is on the shelf, Bede's on the shelf. Everybody's on the damn shelf over there. So, I mean, I just think it was a disastrous, from the very start of the season. And now it's just prolonged all the way to where it is now. And they really, they should just shut everybody down and try again next year. I mean, this just isn't the 76ers year. And to be honest with you, I mean, I just don't see the 76ers for a hot minute really do anything. I think, Paul George, he's up and down, Embiid's up and down. Tyrese Maxey has been the only one truly that has been stable and been able to stay on the court. But, yeah, that team just doesn't have anything left in the tank, Logan.
Yeah. Tony, Chris, as I mentioned, as all these other guys are saying, this is just it's a limp to the end of the season for this team. They might still make the play-in somehow. I don't know how, but there is a slim chance they do become a play-in team, and they probably will get beat up in early on. But another one, they're 2 of their 3 star players, he's out for the rest of the year now. First Embiid, now it's going to be Paul George. So Tyrese Maxey, man, he's just going to have to put the whole team on his back if they want to do anything. Which, love him. I think he's a great player, but, man, I just don't think he can with this roster.
I think they should just try to tank it and get the best draft pick if their draft pick is even theirs. I'm not sure where they're at in the draft for next year. But, yeah, I think you should just tank it and be done with it. I wouldn't even worry about trying to make a plan.
With Paul George, like Frankie said, he ever since he left Indiana, he ain't been able. Well, he had the big injury in Indiana. Then after that, he hasn't been able to stay healthy and actually be on the court too much. It seems like even with the Clippers, him and Kawhi both were always missing time. Now with the Sixers, it's the same thing. I think he'll be gone out of Philadelphia if they can find somebody to take him next season. But I don't know. He's going to take a pay cut.
Yeah.
But he's kind of getting what he had coming because I didn't like how he done Indiana. So I like to see him not doing good.
I understand why you say that, and while his production did dip off a little bit with injuries, I feel like he had to run at OKC for the year or two he was there. I think that they were a good program. I don't think he was awful in LA. It wasn't like, he just was doing nothing. It's just that they couldn't reach, they couldn't go far in the playoffs. That was the main thing, is that him and Kawhi couldn't even make a deep run in the playoffs when they were expected to. But it feels really like this year that his production has fallen off a cliff on a stats-wise, right? Looking at the numbers, looking at his efficiency, looking at his points, rebounds, assists, all of that. It seems like they have tanked this year. And like I said, injuries have been a big part of that. And that's just, the case of him getting older. He's in his, mid-30s now. I don't know exactly how old he is, but he's been in the league since, 2011 maybe? 2012? Right around that time. So, I mean, he's been in the league for 10 seasons, but we're now starting to see kind of the more gradual decline in play. It wasn't a steep drop-off, but you saw, year after year, it's like, all right, we're going to dip down a little bit more. And that's just kind of how I think it is. And they never looked right in Philly this year. They looked great for for 5 games. But I mean, they also had, what was the kid that they had drafted? He looked really good, and then he got hurt for the year. I forget his name, but he was looking good. He looked good in the summer league. He looked really sharp there, and he was starting to do good in the league. But then early on, he got hurt. So that was one. Then you lose Embiid, then you lose him, and then so on and so forth. So it's just been a rough go at it for Philadelphia fans this year. When they were expected to make a deep playoff run, they were expected to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, be a top 5 team.
They always are, Logan. Literally, I feel like every year when we talk about basketball or when anyone is talking about basketball, they're mentioning Philly and Embiid, possibly making a big splash in the East. And it's like every year they go to the playoffs, they choke in the first round, second round. Even in the Eastern Conference finals, they choke. And my real question to it is, we've seen Paul George with the Clippers. We've seen everybody talk about how when Paul George signed with the Clippers, how many games was Kawhi and Paul George going to play together in, and were they going to dominate the league together and everything like that. Let's really think about it. If you guys can remember, how many games exactly in the tenure of him being in the Clippers did him and Kawhi Leonard play together? Not that very much, right? Now you go to Philly to a team with a guy that literally can't stay on the court anymore, Joel Embiid. The only time he wants to play basketball is when he's representing his country in the Olympics, which is dumb to me. And how many games are we going to see Paul George and Joel Embiid play together? I feel like it's not going to be as much as we've seen him with Kawhi Leonard. So it's really ridiculous and that's why it's upsetting me, because Philly just went out and you signed Paul George thinking he was going to make everything better. You clearly didn't see what he was doing. Literally, I want an answer. I want an answer from everybody. Like, how many games you really think? Because I think he signed like a 3 or 4 year contract with the 76ers. How many games do you guys really think he's going to play with Joel Embiid? Is it going to be more than what he played with Kawhi Leonard, or could it be less?
You're on mute.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Philadelphia should blow it up and get rid of maybe both of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, right there's a Juan Sanchez that I mentioned earlier from Comic-Con.
He's a big
Hey,
Boston
my boy
Celtics
Juan
fan.
Sanchez.
He said-
Yo, about to go to WWE soon, son. I got you.
Let me do my my best Shannon Sharp. 76ers, 56ers. I need to drink a six. It don't matter. Celtics going back to back.
Whoa.
He's a big Celtics fan.
Whoa.
That's what he says.
Yep.
That's what it says.
Whoa.
And Frankie lost a little bit of respect right there. Saw you were a Celtics fan.
Whoa. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Whoa.
He said, "I
You
love
know
you, but I
what,
don't know
Juan,
anymore."
I was praising you.
You're cool with
at the
him.
start of this show in my mind because I don't like talk stuff when he's talking. Because every time Chris talks and somebody overtalks him, he's getting ready to drive it into their house and punch him in the face. So I relax on that. But when he mentioned your name, and he was like, yeah, he's a former referee last year. He started this year wrestling stuff. I was ready to message Triple H and be like, yo, give my man Juan Sanchez a moment in that big leagues with you guys. He deserves it. But Juan Sanchez, you just lost it, bro. You just lost it. I hope the next time you have a match, somebody chops you so hard. I hope you get DDT'd so hard.
Both those things happened this past weekend.
And you can check it out live. Yeah.
I hope the CEO, the COO, and the owner, all of that, I hope they put you in a barbed wire rope match. And I just hope you get locked in that barbed wire Sabu style.
Hey, guys, real quick, people say wrestling's fake. We seen a guy take the curb stomp in the ring and get a concussion this past weekend. It was rough.
Was it Juan Sanchez?
Wasn't Juan Sanchez.
Was it to the mat or was it to the floor? Or
it was to the mat, but man, it was vicious.
See, if it was Juan Sanchez, I'll understand why he said Celtics going back to back.
Jesus. Okay, Jay, we have you back. Let's get your comments. Paul George done for.
Damn, I don't know, man. I mean, when he's out there, if it was the same Paul George, I remember when he was with Clippers and Kawhi goes down to the playoffs and he put the damn team on his back and did a pretty respectable job with what he had to work with. If he could ever get back to that level, I would say yes. But, it's hard to say, man. I mean, with injuries that he's had, it's so damn hard. I got to tell you, he's got more downside than he does upside. So, in my opinion, anything can happen. But I just think he's at that super elite level, the guy that you want to bring in that's going to change you. No, he's not that guy. I think he's maybe a bench, maybe a 6 man off the bench at best now. And that's really just about his availability more than anything.
Jay, flat out, you are not that guy, pal.
Hey, I don't want to start nothing with Jay or anything like that, but when did he really do? I don't look at the Clippers like that. I look at them as like, listen, y'all can make the playoffs and stuff, but I know you're never gonna win the championship. I know you're never gonna go to the championship round or whatever like that. But did Paul George really carry the Clippers when Kawhi Leonard got hurt during the playoff run? Because every time I see this team in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, he was scoring 20, 30 points. Yeah, he was. I definitely think he was carrying the Clippers. He definitely made them more. He definitely made them more, beat or competitive. When Kawhi went down to the playoffs during that year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I agree with Chris. I think his best years in Indiana are definitely behind him. I don't know that he'll ever get back to that form again. I just don't see it. I definitely think he's definitely done in my book. Unless he can just miraculously stay healthy and really be an on-court contributor. It's just hard to say.
Yeah, tough to tell. We'll see how he rebounds from this injury. If he comes back a better player, moderate, or if his play really drops off, kind of like what we saw this year. But we'll see. We'll see what happens overall. But the 76ers season. And by the way, Tony, I did look it up earlier. Currently, the 76ers are the number 5 team in the NBA draft this season. So I already have number 5 overall pick. So they're going to get a solid player if they keep it up. Assumedly. Okay, yeah, we'll see with that. But with that, we'll kind of close out the basketball portion of our show today. Football-wise, not a whole lot going on, but we do just want to say hats off and for our guy hanging up the cleats, Brandon Graham, as we know, just got a Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles back in February, beat the Chiefs. He came back. He was hurt for a while. Came back, said, I want to, go through this, get the Super Bowl. And he did just that, but he is retiring now from the league. So just kind of initial thoughts and overall about that. We'll go Frankie first. Frankie, what do you think?
Yeah, I like Brandon Graham, honestly. As much as I'm not an Eagles fan, I truly like Brandon Graham. He's a really dominant defensive player. He's like one of those players that we can all think about and be like, damn, I really wish one time in his career that he was in our team. But when you want to look at a tough football player, someone who literally gives their all, and someone who doesn't quit on their team, you got to think of Brandon Graham. You got to think of a guy who literally at the start of this season was literally thinking about retirement, and he said, no, I'm going to come back and play one more year. Gets hurt to where it was at the point where he was out for the rest of the year. Then the Eagles make a Super Bowl, and 2 weeks before that, he's just like, hey, I feel better. I'm going to come back out. I'm going to play. I'm done with this injury, and I'm gonna finish this off with a ring. And that's exactly what he did. He came back, he played a Super Bowl, and he's leaving a champion. That's the best way to do it, is to retire with a ring on your finger. Most people can't do that. Most people can't say that. And you get to do it. Congratulations. And you get to go out as some of those people that say, listen, I played my entire career with one franchise, and I was in that franchise bringing them their first ever Super Bowl win. And now I'm leaving, giving them their second Super Bowl win. So congratulations, Brandon Graham. A hell of a career. And I hope to see you on that panel soon, man. Really do.
Yeah. Tony, Chris, I'll give you guys the mic now. Former first-round overall pick. Played with the Eagles his entire career from 2010 till this past season. So pretty rare you see guys stick around for that long. And I don't know if he'll have Hall of Fame numbers, but I definitely think you can I think they'll end up putting him in their Ring of Honor, something to help with putting his jersey up. I don't know about a statue, but they're still going to honor him, I think, for all the contributions that he helped provide for the team and for the city. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that, he got him a Super Bowl. It's curious. I wonder if they wouldn't have won the Super Bowl this year, if they'd have fell short, if he would have stuck around another year. I just wonder about that, but I'm glad he got it. And 15 years, that's a long career. So congratulations with that career and getting a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, I think he might have knew during the season that this was going to be his last year, because he tore his tricep, was out almost most of the season, but then came back for the Super Bowl, and they said he re-tore his tricep in the Super Bowl. I don't think it was fully healed when he came back. I think he came back to play in that Super Bowl because he knew there was a good chance this might be his last season, and to get to go out as a Super Bowl champion. I mean, not a lot of guys get to do that, so that's pretty cool.
Well, he wanted to retire. I think it was last year, right? It was last year Jason Kelce retired.
Yes,
he wanted to retire last year, but he didn't want to share that retirement with Jason Kelce, and that's what makes him one of a leader and a great teammate. Is that he wanted to retire. You know what he's done on the offense and what he's done for the state of Philly, being with them all his career, and then you wait a year to give your own retirement. That's a way to do it, Brandon Graham.
Yeah, and Jay, I want to get your thoughts on a guy who tormented the Cowboys for years on the defensive side. You ain't got to worry about it no more.
Yeah, I hate the franchise, but I do like and respect the player. 206 games played, 2 Lombardi trophies, 76.5 sacks. What more can you say about the guy? 15 years, one franchise. He'll probably have 2. Well, he does have 2 rings. And what's his name? Gilbert. What's that guy's name? Miles Garrett. Still trying to figure out how to get his first. And he'll never see what Brandon Graham has in 15 years. I mean, it's a hell of a good service. He's played there a long time. I don't know if he's got the stats to get there, but he certainly has a lot of sacks. He might have enough to get in. Maybe not a first-time entry, but I think at some point he gets in. So, congratulations, Brandon Graham. And like I said, man, there's no better way to leave a sport than with a Super Bowl ring. I mean, that's the best way to do it. Go out on top.
I'm a bit confused with that comment.
What? Also,
what confused you? I didn't put it in English.
No, the comment we got here from Rob Cordell.
He said, Jay, I've been meaning to ask you, what are the Hawks getting with Lawrence? Did we overpay? For one, I want to know, Jay, what Hawk are you a Hawk fan? What Hawk? Atlanta Hawk?
No, he's talking about Seahawks.
You a Seahawk fan, Jay? Because I didn't know that.
No. Robert's a Seahawks fan.
No, Robert's a Seahawks fan. He's asking about DeMarcus Lawrence because he knows that he played with the Cowboys. Do I think he overpaid? Yes. I absolutely, unequivocally think you overpaid. I mean, his best years were 17 and 18. That was the only time he ever had double-digit sacks. He had, maybe 3 or 4 sacks last year? Yeah, I think you definitely overpaid for what you gave him. I mean, that's why the Cowboys didn't give it to him. So and I think, and I know we don't have a lot of money, but he definitely was not on our priority list. And so if you look at it like that, he's not on our priority list, then yeah, I definitely think you overpaid for
Jay, I don't think anybody's on your priority list. Look at what you guys have been re-signing. I'm just saying. I don't think nobody's on your priority list.
Give it a second. Let it hit him.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's all good. I mean, because you're not going to see Super Bowl for another 15, 20 years, so it's all good.
Ooh,
hey,
there we go.
Thank you for
we
saying
talking your smack. You know, you got $135 million, but you don't know how to spend it.
I'm okay. I'm okay with 15 to 20
smack.
years.
It's all good.
You see how you said 15 to 20 years, right, Logan? Right, Tony, Chris? You said 15, 20 years. I'm okay with that. That's a shorter
20
time
years,
than the Cowboys.
I'll let you know.
That's a shorter period of time than the Cowboys. 15, 20 years is shorter than 30. That's all I know.
Okay, well, there you go. And you may not even get it 20. I'm just guesstimating. Maybe you go 30. I don't know. I mean, your Yankees can't seem to find the ball, but okay, maybe this one. I mean, Lakers can't find the ball.
Baseball teams.
Patriots can't find the ball.
Your
who's
team,
the other team? Bruins can't find the ball.
Is like literally, we're gonna call them the Houston Bidens now because they're going to put Jose Altuve, the smallest guy in baseball, in outfield. And we've seen what he did in spring training.
Yeah, he's still better than probably
yeah, right. He couldn't even find the ball, Jay. You know what I'm talking about.
He said he couldn't find the ball. Boy, I tell you, I don't know what sport you're watching, but okay.
I'm watching the sport with Jose Altuve in the outfield, looking at the
he's not going to be in the outfield.
He's looking.
He's not going to be in the outfield. He'll still be playing second. They were only going to put him in the outfield. Had Bregman stay, but Bregman obviously left to go to the Sox. So that obviously Paredes at third.
Why is Houston?
Yeah.
So why is Houston putting Jose Altuve in the outfield in spring training?
I don't think he plays there in spring training. I mean, they might be trying something. I don't know, but I guarantee you, come baseball season, when opening day, he'll be a second. I guarantee it.
Well, guys, you brought up baseball. I feel like it's only appropriate we now go into our final topic here today, talking baseball. And guys, it doesn't feel like it, but baseball's regular season started today. Opening day between the Los Angeles Dodgers and Chicago Cubs took place in Tokyo. Dodgers got to win that one 4-1. First pitch, 6:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same time for tomorrow in Game 2. So first win of the year goes to the Dodgers. The Cubs did have the lead in that game, 1-0 in the second inning. But pretty much what happened is that once Shohei Manga went out in the fourth, they brought in Ben Brown in the relief spot, and he just did not have a good day. 2 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, 3 runs in total. He also struck out 5 batters, but he gave up 3 walks on 65 pitches. So the Dodgers struggled early on with the starting pitching, but once they got to the bullpen, that's where they made it work. And the Dodgers bullpen was lights out. They were, even though Yamamoto, he did good, 5 innings of 3 hit ball, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts, really good on 72 pitches. The bullpen for me was what the impressive part for LA, because they had 4 guys come in, pitch combined, they had 5 guys come in. No, hold on. Wait, 1, 2, 3. I can't see here.
Nobody cares about the Dodgers.
Hold on. Relax. Don't make me put you in timeout. We had 4 pitchers in 4 innings give up no hits and strike out 5 batters. So there we go. The Dodgers get the win 4-1, and they're now on top of the baseball in terms of regular season. So, Frankie, since you hate the Dodgers, we'll let you get your thoughts out so you can leave.
I don't hate the Dodgers, all right?
You just said we don't care.
No, that don't mean I don't hate. I don't mean I hate the Dodgers. I don't hate the Dodgers. I mean, they definitely are cheating some way, somehow on the money side, but we're not going to mention that, right? I mean, let the commissioner be the commissioner. I guess he let things slide, but it is what it is, right? The hell with the Dodgers, all right? The hell with them. I understand they beat the Cubs. The Cubs, okay? Anyone could beat the Cubs, all right? A high school team can hate the Cubs. Frankie Dodger hate. I don't hate the Dodgers. I'm a little disappointed. I I'm a little disappointed at the fact that Mookie Betts was flown home from Tokyo with an illness. They say it's a stomach bug, but we don't know yet. We'll find out in a month or so when every other player is getting hurt. Okay.
No, don't put that out there.
I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there, but the Dodgers are the one doing it, right? I mean, they're doing it. That's them. But that's on them. But hey, listen. Congratulations, Dodgers. You're 1-0. Whoop the effing do. Okay. We'll see how it looks towards the end when or if all your players are healthy by that time, because we know Blake Snell can't stay healthy. We know Glasgow can't stay healthy. We know Mookie Betts sometimes can't stay healthy. Freddie Freeman ended the season hurt. He's starting the season hurt, so we'll see how he looks towards the end of the season. I don't care about their first game in Tokyo at 6:10 in the morning when nobody's watching you, unless you're Jonathan Mathis in the West Coast watching them at 3 in the morning because you don't got nothing else to do with your life. But congratulations. You won. I got nothing more to say with the Dodgers. The hell with the Dodgers. I hope you listen. I'm going to do it for you right now, Logan. Right there. Boom.
Okay.
I hope their Japanese players stay tomorrow.
No. So, Jay, what are your thoughts on the beloved Dodgers?
Yeah, so, Ohtani came out and said that he was nervous to play in Tokyo in front of his home crowd and things of that nature. Rightfully so. I mean, it's a big moment, big stage. Yep. Everybody's watching it except for Frankie and maybe a few other people.
Right.
But at the end of the day, man, they came out, 4-1. Yamamoto, like you said, 1.80 ERA to start the season. Can't beat it. Like you said, the bullpen came in, lights out. Tucker, where you at, Tucker? You went 0 for 4, killer. I really thought, that was your debut with the Cubs. I thought you were going to do a little bit better than that, but it just wasn't there for you. But yeah,
Jay, I don't
did well. 1 for 4, got a run for him. So yeah, ultimately, I mean, we knew the Dodgers were going to win this game. The Cubs are still the Cubs. They're not really all the way there, but. I mean, it's a good start for them, and they really should be dominating teams like the Cubs and other teams, because with all the money they spent, it would be almost Mets-like if they weren't.
I want to say real quick, because he mentioned Kyle Tucker going 0 for 4. Our good buddy Mike Hughes, who's a big Chicago guy, he's a huge Chicago Cubs fan since he was in his mother's womb. Okay, he was repping Cub gear in the stomach. He said not only did Tucker go 0 for 4, Jay, but Tucker, since spring training has started and every game that he's played in spring training, we know that everybody don't play every game or whatever, but since he's, whatever games he played in spring training to the game this morning, he has been 1 for 43. Hit for 43 at bats. That is terrible.
Yeah.
So if I'm Jay and I'm the Houston Astros right now, I'm actually smiling. And I'm actually glad that I'm seeing this, because honestly, that's insane. This is a guy who should have been an MVP conversation multiple years. This is a guy who's been a dominant home run hitter, and you are starting the season from spring training to your first game 1 for 43. Oh my God!
I agree with what you're saying about I should be smiling at Kyle Tucker, but in all honesty, Kyle Tucker was a really good player for the Astros, and I do like him as a person. He's got a really good connection with the Houston crowd and things like that. He had a really good relationship here. The one that I'm really angry and I really hope just stinks the bed is Alex Bregman, because we offered that man $157 million. He snubbed us out just to go to Boston for maybe even a little bit less money. So I hope Bregman just poops the bed, honestly. That's what I'll be happy about.
Me too. I hope Alex Bregman slides into second base and he tears his ACL. That's what you get for going. That's what you get for going to the Boston Red Sox. I hate everybody. Listen.
Hold on.
No, that's not a disclaimer. How is that a disclaimer? I'm just saying. Listen. This is Logan. You can't disclaim me for being a Yankee fan and hating Boston. All right, you could go to you could go to Boston, free agency trade. I don't care. You end up in Boston, I hate you. Okay, I hate you. But if you want to leave Boston, and come to the Yankees, I'm gonna give you all the love you want, baby. I'm gonna give you the love you need. I'm gonna give you what you deserve. But if you go to Boston, I hope you tear your ACL. If you're a pitcher, I hope you get Tommy John. All right. If you're a catcher, I hope your knees crack by the second inning. I'm just saying. I ain't a disclaimer.
Well, with after Frankie serenades the latest Yankees players that come over every other season. Before we get to a comment I want to address for him, Tony, Chris, your thoughts on the opening day win for the Dodgers 4-1?
I'll be honest with you. I could give two craps about a game that's happening a week before everybody else plays. The season starts. I mean, I knew they played. I care less. It's getting no coverage. I mean, I know the game was on ESPN, I'm pretty sure, but they're not talking about it. I just don't know why you do it. I guess it's a big deal to go to Japan and play, but I could give two craps about it. I'll just be honest with you.
And Chris?
Yeah, you kind of stole what I was going to say. I think the way they set it up is stupid. It's hard. You can't have an opening day. You have a regular season game. Now these two teams are going back to spring training to play games that don't mean shit. And everybody else is the way they do it. To me, it takes away from opening day because, like, opening day's always been like a big deal. It's getting talked about all over TV, everything. I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know that game was happening.
I know.
I forgot about it. I mean, I didn't watch it, of course. Plus, it was early morning. But I forgot that they were doing that again because last time I just think it's stupid. So you can't start and then stop and then start back up. If you want, I understand you want to play a game in Japan and having Ohtani in Japan is a big deal. And it brings in a lot of money as well, but there has to be a way you could do it. Why can't you do that like right before the All-Star break or something, and then you have the players have that week off there to help with the travel or whatever? I just think there's a better way to bring in to go over to Japan than starting the season and going back to spring training and then having another opening day.
Yeah, it is kind of odd that they did that, and I think this is the first year they've done this. Both teams have been over in Japan for a little bit.
I think they done it one other time. I think like last year or the year before they done it. It might not have been in Japan, but they done the same thing where a couple teams played overseas and then went back to spring training.
Maybe it was in Mexico. Maybe that
it might have been Mexico.
Hey, look, it really does, and I'm glad Tony and them said it, because I really do feel that way as well. I hate the fact. Look, baseball was started in the U.S. I'm sorry. Hey, nothing against Japan and all the other countries doing it. I like to see the sport grow, but it originated here. Why is our opening day? Because that really is technically officially our opening day. What do you have? 2 opening days? No. Major League Baseball season started a week ago in those games, right? Those are the ones that counted. Mm-hmm. I hate that. It should be game 1 should be right here on our soil. If you want to go to Japan, go in the middle of the season, go like 3-4 months into whatever the case is, but don't let it be our opening date because, like Tony, like you guys said, it makes no sense. You go there, you play a game, if it counts, only to come back here and play spring training. That makes no sense. No sense.
Yeah, it was. It's an odd decision they did that, but I don't know what the reasoning is that they decided to go with this choice, but. That's just how it is, and I know they're trying to expand their game, kind of like how football is. Obviously, they're playing in Mexico and Germany and all these other places, and we know baseball is all. You know what I mean? It's a very well-known sport in Japan. It's probably their top sport. It's probably that pro wrestling. Those are their top 2 sports in Japan. They love the game, and I know it's a big deal for a lot of the Japanese-born players to go home and to play in front of I'm sure friends and family that are. From that country. So I'm sure it's a big deal to them. And, maybe for someone just getting into the game, I think it's something cool, something different. But, like Jay said, it just kind of takes away from all right, opening day, all, 30 some odd teams are going to be facing each other on this day or tomorrow or whatever. And it's like, oh, well, here's this game. And then everyone else is next week.
And my thing is they could have had that game this morning and it could have just been a spring training game. Why did it have to be a regular season game? If you've done that game, if you've done that game this morning, and even with it being a spring training game with Ohtani in Japan, it's in the way baseball is big in Japan. It's still going to sell out, and you're still going to get all the people.
Right.
To me, there was no reason to make it a regular season game.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all. Period. Point blank. Real quick, Robert's talking about once we get rid of Altuve, I guess. Will stop. Robert. I love you too, man. You're my boy. You know that. I mean, we're good friends and everything. We've been around for a while, but let me tell you something, Killer. We won another championship. We came back from that BS and won another championship, which is something that Frankie still has not been able to do, no matter how much he tries, no how much money he spends. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like that just shows you how resilient, how good we have it here. Is we can get busted for cheating, which we did. Let's put it on the table. It is what it is. You know, and all that thing is gone. I think Altuve is the only one remaining left, you know. And then when it's done, then we move on. But at the end of the day, we still got another ring.
And Frankie, I want to throw this comment up
hey,
here.
Hey Frankie, wouldn't they using the legal bat the year they got the other ring?
Oh, see, there you want to go.
Nah,
Everybody says
I'm not
Muhammad
listening.
Ali. Somebody got to say Cassius Clay.
I'm not gonna say nothing. We've been there in the past years, all right? I ain't saying nothing.
hey, Frankie, I want you to address this here from Robert. I was holding this off for the end.
I seen it earlier. Logan, take that shit off.
Okay, all right.
Listen, Robert, if you're a big fan of our network and our show, then you should already know my story and my history of my sports team. And I'm not going to address it for the 30th time to explain to somebody why I like my own teams. All right. It's not my fault that I'm a fan of a team that beat yours in the Super Bowl because you were dumb to not run the ball. All right. It's not my fault that you became a Seattle Mariners fan and Julio Rodriguez in Spanish or in English stands for loser Rodriguez. Okay. Because you got an all-star caliber pitcher and an all-star caliber outfielder, and yet y'all still can't make the goddamn playoffs. All right. And then you sitting there on the comments crying about how my division, our division is so weak, Jay. But listen, it's going to be for the Astros because everybody in our division is trash. What type of mentality is that on a fan? You should be sitting here saying, hey, yo, Jay, your Astros lost players left and right. Seattle's coming. We're going to kick that ass. But no, you want to already give up to Jay, and the season ain't even start. We're still in spring training, and you're already giving up and bowing down to Jay. That's how I know Robert's soft. Congratulations, Jay. Apparently, you guys are the division champions and are going to the playoffs already.
Already going to crown it. All right. And also, too, just talking about baseball here real quick. We mentioned earlier, guys, we are all in a fantasy baseball league for the first time. We had our draft.
That shit was hard.
And it was hard because there was a lot more positions that I thought we were going to have. I was like, wait a minute, we got to get like 5 bench players?
What the hell
like
was
7 pitchers?
22, 23 rounds? I didn't know what to do after the 4th, 5th round. I'm like, holy shit, where do I do?
Yeah. It was 23.
Well, what was hard for me was I was trying to remember, okay, who's hurt, who's not hurt, who's playing. I'm trying to remember all this data, and I'm like, I don't know. And then, what really makes it hard, I'm trying to figure out in my mind as I'm drafting is I'm trying to figure out this whole fantasy baseball as I'm drafting. I've never done this before either. And I'm trying to think, how do I know what pitchers to put in? Because, or what if I have a pitcher that's not playing? What do I do? Do I just lose that whole, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know when they're going to be in the rotation. I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be weird.
So I looked at it today because I have a couple Cub players. I got Ian Happ and I got someone else, and I also got Max Muncy from the Dodgers, and I got Yamamoto as a pitcher. So I'm looking through it and stuff. For one, it's nothing like football fantasy. It's not like going up against somebody for some reason. So I'm over here looking like
this is the whole season. It's just points all season.
Yeah, I'm like, who am I going up against right now? What are their players looking like?
That's not it.
Nothing like
that. That's what I was doing too. I was trying to figure that out too.
So looking at the bracket, and I'm like, okay, I see it. You have your bench players that are not highlighted. You have the people that are in their position, outfielders, first, second, whatever. The pitching though, they all stay there. So it doesn't. It's not like a football where you have to have a quarterback in the starting, one quarterback in the bench. No, you got all your pitchers. If they're pitching on the same day, they're gonna get you points. It's really weird, and it's something that we gotta learn quick about it.
It's gonna take a while.
I guess the utility position is a flex position. I don't know. It's what it seems like.
Those are the utility mans, the flex position.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Let's say, Tony, I know you're not in it this year. I know it's a lot, but Chris, you're in it. You're in this league. So, any just kind of initial thoughts as we get things underway here?
Well, I didn't think I was in it, but if I was in it, it must have auto drafted me then because I'll have to figure out how to log in.
We normally do the ESPN draft, or I think no.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, no. Tony, Chris, y'all are not in. Okay, y'all are out.
Okay, that's what I said. I didn't think I got in because I went to try to get in the Yahoo thing, and And then I said, I'll do this in a minute, and I forgot to get in, and then
By the time you
the draft was last night.
it.
By the time I remember.
Do you guys, Chris?
No, I was asked to be in.
Do you guys do baseball fantasy?
No,
No.
I've never done.
Okay.
No,
All right,
I was
we're on the
asked
same boat.
about 10 years ago to do it. I was asked about 10 years ago to do it, and I checked into it and seen what it took to do it. I said, no, thank you. I knew
it's a
I knew what you guys
lot
were getting
more
into.
complicated.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more complicated than NFL.
Oh,
fantasy.
yeah. That's why I didn't want in it.
That's crazy.
Understood.
I have a cousin that does NBA, does the NBA fantasy stuff. But
Okay.
only fantasy I've ever done is NFL.
I'll be real with you. I think after the 10th round to the 15th round, I'm just from 10 to 15. I'm looking at big name players that I know that'll probably get hits and stuff like that. Then from like 15 and on, I'm just looking at projected points on what they might get for the year, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna get this person. I'm gonna get this person. Listen, it's so hard, right? And I had our boy Jacob that's on our network. Go check him out. I had Jacob. I had Jay. Like, I had everybody laughing because you want to know what I did? I drafted Aroldis Chapman in like the 7th round or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do, guys.
Hey, no. You know what that was? No. That wasn't that you didn't know what to do. What happened was you got some of them seeds and stems, and it just messed you all up.
I was like, at that at that time of the round, I'm looking for relieving pitchers, right? But all the good reliever pitchers that I know were already basically gone. And I'm like, holy shit, did everybody already get them? So I'm looking for the best guy that I know that could probably get good points for relieving pitchers. And at that time, it was like a quick thing because I think we had like a minute to pick. And I'm already at like 15 seconds. And I'm like, shit, I just went and I grabbed the Aroldis Chapman. But I'm not keeping him. Don't worry. I already did something.
He said, I already realized what I did.
Yeah. Did any of you guys get Dela Cruz?
Dropping his ass.
I'm not sure
I
who
wanted
did,
Dela Cruz,
but he
but he wasn't available by the time I got there because I was drafted 10th. So by the time 10th came around, I was like, damn.
Yeah, he probably went pretty quick, I would say.
No, that should not go quick.
Yeah, he was drafted. I'm not sure what rank. I'm not sure what number he was drafted, but he was drafted early on.
All I know, Chris, is after the draft was over, I went through and I seen what I had, and I noticed that I had 2 Red Sox players, and I said, nope, I'm get them off my roster right now.
Can't even do it.
Legit, I'm not even joking. Like, I don't care if you're good or not. I said, get them. I'm getting them out of my roster. I that's how much I hate Boston Red Sox.
Jeez. A lot of hatred there. All right, well, guys, we'll go ahead and wrap up the show today on this Tuesday edition. He said, Rob, Jay, if you want tips, he's done it for a year. Oh, well, hell, Jay's got a GM already.
Yep. Been giving you a holler, Robert.
You better not. No. Hold up. Time the F out.
What? You don't like that I got a Zen Master? Because, hey, Robert got gold and silver. I think we're playing in a bronze league. He got gold and silver.
Okay? This is not only our first network baseball fantasy league. Every single person in this league is a first timer. Okay? You're not going to cheat by going to someone who does fantasy baseball every goddamn year and get tips from him. That's cheating. Robert, you stay the hell away from Jay's DMs right now. I got gold and silver.
Hey! I think Frank is legitimately jealous.
Hell yeah!
I think he wants Robert to be his GM.
And I know my boy Jacob's gonna cheat too. He got a friend named Tyler who does fantasy baseball every year, and I'm like, listen, you get hit tips from him, you cheat, and I'm punching you in the face.
No, I'll keep it legit. Robert, I love you, man. I do appreciate you offering the tips, man, but I do have to keep the integrity of the league. So now, Frankie, you can put a maxi pad on now. We're good. We're good.
We all leave. I know for a fact Jay's gonna hit Robert up like, hey, yo. I'm online. I want to make Frankie happy, but what's some tips that you'll give me?
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
That's right. You ain't cheating, you ain't competing.
Typical Astro.
He says his goal is to make you lose. So he's going to be DMing Jay nonstop hours of the night. Mel's going to be wondering what's going on. Who's this man texting you?
He's a Mariners fan who already dropped down and gave up to Jay already, so I get it.
Well, the season's already over for him, so he's got nothing. He's like, I might as well help Jay win this one. All right, we'll get out of here, guys. Appreciate y'all coming on the show today. Tony, Chris, great work. Jay, kind of like that internet fix throughout the show. That was certainly a first 10 minutes. And of course, Frankie bringing the heat.
Gotta go to VA tomorrow. I hope you're not here tomorrow, Jay. I'm done with this. Why the hell everybody that comment, Robert, freaking the other guy from Italy, Mikey DeLeo, everybody comes in as a big Jay fan. What's so special about Jay? What the hell is so special about Jay?
Well, look, Jay's been banned from Facebook. He's been put in Facebook jail more than all of us combined times 5. So he knows a lot of people.
Now.
I'd say Jay's still in there. I still can't do
I don't
that.
think he's ever getting out. I think they threw away the key.
Bro, I tried to share the show today to groups, and
I couldn't stream it.
Nope, you cannot post. And I'm like,
we got Joe from Italy. We love Jay.
We love Jay. Yeah,
Jay,
no.
Take off your hat. Let them see your hair. They won't love you anymore.
Why? I'll tell you what. You're right. I tell you
we'll go hat for hat.
Hey, Frankie, let's do this. I'll take my hat off. You take your hat off. Let's see who has a better hairline.
Let's do it. Ready? 1, 2.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Look at my hair, man. Hey.
It's like the Lion King Simba when you do that.
Hey, it's not my fault. You're a poster child for Bosley's men hair care.
You only do
I'm
that.
not only a client. I'm the freaking international president. Shut their pie hole. Logan, get us out of here.
You got the John Cena crown going on. That's why the hair is only like that right there.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay. You can't see me.
Well, Jay was getting bullied today, so we will round.
Yeah, listen, I take shots from hell. Even Tony, you're supposed to be my older mentor, man. What you doing over there?
Older mentor.
What did I do now? I didn't say nothing.
No, man. Hey, look, you could have said, I don't know, man. You could have stuck up for me. You could have said Gonzo was making fun of me. Frankie was making fun of me. Logan was making fun of me. You were supposed to be my ride or die, man. Damn.
Well, you're the one that was.
Wait
a minute. You called me out and said that I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, and you're the one that didn't know what you was talking about. Remember?
Yeah, but you're supposed to know that I got Biden moments. You're supposed to let that shit be like a turtle.
I took up for you. I said, Jay, just having
Hey, listen, you're supposed to be like a turtle. Let it roll off your back. Be like a turtle, Tony. Be like a turtle.
So Jay's fan club chiming in here saying Jay's cool, plus he can barbecue. Frankie, what do you got?
Bro, I got the Spanish food. I got the patillos. I got the penne. I got the gandule. I got all that shit.
I think I can out barbecue, Jay.
Ooh.
Challenge.
Well, bring your small ass down here. I got the pit. I got the liquor. Let's do it up and see.
I got the smoke and I got the belly, so I'm coming down too.
Hey, Chris,
Hey,
you forget.
I've been saying this for a
Chris.
hot minute now that the Gonzos need to come down and visit Jay and Mel, and let's have some food and party it up. I'm still waiting for them to get their asses down here. And when you come down here, we'll throw it up on podcasts. We'll do a whole thing.
Jay's got a whole cooking show.
Hey, it looks like in July we're going to be going to Atlanta. So
there you go.
So Frankie and
come back
Jay should come to Atlanta.
I can't. I got a wife, man. She gets me.
What's a wife too? Your wife is popular.
Hey, listen. I told you though. Hey, you bring your butts. If you can go to Atlanta, you can bring your butts here to Houston. I got all the rest. All you gotta do is cover the airfare. I got the lodging. I got the food. I got the lick. Hey, I can't give you more than that.
This sounds weird as hell. Hey, yo, you come down to Houston. I don't know, just get the airfare. I got the car. I got the house. I got the cuffs. I got the whips. I got the
whoa! Don't bring your Puerto Rican issues over here, okay? Straight up one.
I'm gonna throw this one up
Went
here.
off the deep end again.
If you want to catch Jay in some of his cooking, we do have a whole series, like 10 episodes, called "Cooking with McLovin."
Right,
him and his wife Mel did a cooking competition last year, where Jay was smoking ribs and everything else, and the whole series is on the channel. So go check that out. It's in a little playlist we got there.
Logan, it's different when you're on camera making it. compared to being there and actually tasting it. I want to taste that food, damn it. I want to see if it's actually good. I want to taste.
Hey, bring it on now, man. Come down to the motherland.
Oh,
It's all good.
We talk, Jay, and you know it's coming soon. So I'm gonna come eat that food, and I'm gonna taste Chris Gonzales barbecue, and I'm gonna be the judge of that. Cause listen, I got
You want to taste Chris Gonzo? What?
It's barbecue.
Barbecue.
What's wrong with you?
Barbecue.
Okay.
Barbecue. Yeah, I got the food. You say you got the drink. I got the smokes, and I got the belly. So.
Hey, I tell you, man. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. And hey, but listen, no Steeds and no Sims, man. I don't want that skunk stuff. You bring the good stuff down here, damn it.
I don't know what y'all are putting in your own barbecue, but I don't know. That's a story y'all can figure out for after the show.
I mean, Chris, right? The good stuff is the skunk stuff. I don't know what he's talking about. The skunkier smell it is, the good is gonna smoke. That's what I'm saying.
Guys, y'all are just talking about a new barbecue seasoning called, was it Sunken Seeds and Stunk?
The new barbecue seasoning.
Yeah.
You can rub it all in.
Yeah, Frankie's perfecting it every day. That's his
Yep, the new seasoning is called Skunkin. Computed by the weed.
Sweet.
Dude, I swear to God, Frankie, I swear to God, back in the 80s, they had drug wars, and I swear, dude, that was all about you, man.
Hey, Frankie. I know you meant adobo, but you got. You say you got the adobe?
All right.
We got the adobe. We got that, but he's got the adobo too.
Oh Lord.
Well, after the last 10 minutes of us going off the air in a way, we'll officially wrap up the show here. Oh, there he is. He had on standby.
Like Goya, that's how you spell it. That's how you spell it.
And that's how we'll end the show today. Hey, Goya Adobo, if you wanna sponsor the show, we got a product man right there in the top left.
Let's get out of here so I can smoke again.
All right, Frankie's gotta go perfect that seasoning for his ribs. But until next time, for Frankie Lake Show, for Jay McLovin, for Tony and Chris Gonzales, I would be your host and producer Logan Landers. Guys, be back tomorrow 2:00 Eastern for the afternoon show.